As-salamu Aleikum. Hope you're doing well, inshaAllah. Ramadan is quickly creeping up. Before we know it, it's going to be here, inshaAllah. And it's time to start getting ourselves ready for Ramadan so that we are not surprised when it is suddenly here and feeling unprepared, inshaAllah. So here are 8 things that we can do before Ramadan begins to get our hearts and minds and bodies ready for the month, inshaAllah. Number 1, make up any missed fasts. If you have any missed fasts, now's the time to start thinking about making it up, inshallah. It's winter time, the days are short. It's a good time to start getting your body ready in practice for fasting and all of that and being more conscious during your days, inshallah. And if you don't have any missed fasts to make up, you can also consider fasting sunnah days like Mondays and Thursdays, or the white days, which is the 13th, 14th, and 15th days in the Islamic month, to kind of get you more used to fasting and all of that, inshallah, and more prepared for the month. And number 2, let's talk about fixing your prayers. If you are struggling with prayers, not praying on time, missing prayers, and so on, now is the time, inshallah, to try to work on those habits, to be praying on time, to be praying regularly. Try to get that in order before Ramadan begins so that you can maintain that habit in Ramadan, and inshallah, you can maintain that habit after Ramadan too. So evaluate what is stopping you from praying, what is getting in the way, and try to break down those barriers, inshallah. Number 3, plan your goals and schedule. What do you want to achieve this Ramadan, and how do you want to achieve it? So create a schedule ahead of time so that you know what you want your days to look like, inshallah, and so that you can approach it also in a much more reasonable way by actually being realistic with your schedule, inshallah. And you can even start trying to adopt some of those habits beforehand, inshallah, to kind of test it out and make sure it works with your schedule and you're able to maintain those habits, inshallah. Meal plan, save yourself time in Ramadan and meal plan before Ramadan starts. So just sit down with a pen and paper and decide what meals you want to have. Maybe you decide Saturdays is this dish, Sundays is this dish, Mondays is this dish, and that's it. Every week you just repeat that menu, inshallah, and it saves yourself time from trying to figure out recipes, grocery shopping, and all of that if you have a plan ahead of time, inshallah, to cut down on all that time and inshallah have more time to do other things in Ramadan. Number 5, spend time with the Quran. Ramadan is the month of the Quran, and we try, inshallah, to connect more with the Quran during the month, but what is our current relationship with the Quran? Have we neglected it? Let's start picking it up daily, inshallah, so that we can be used to doing that habit, and inshallah, again, it'll be easier in Ramadan to be more connected to the Quran if we have already started developing those habits beforehand. Number 6, maintain a nutritious diet. Try to prep your body leading up to Ramadan by having healthy, well-balanced meals, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and try to as well reduce the amounts that you're having in the daytime, inshallah. So maybe have a bigger breakfast and then a smaller lunch, inshallah, or even start delaying your lunch to later in the afternoon or early in the evening so that you get used to having those hours of no food, inshallah. And if you are used to depending on caffeine, now is maybe the time to start cutting that back and changing your routine, inshallah, so that you can adjust for the month ahead. Number 7, make a list of du'as. It can be difficult to be in the moment trying to remember all the du'as that you want to be making during the month of Ramadan. So this is something that you can do ahead of time. Prepare a list of du'as and just keep adding to that list, inshallah, as you remember du'as during the next few days and weeks, inshallah, so that you have a full list ready to go by the time Ramadan begins. And you can take advantage of that by making sure you make all the du'as that you want to make without trying to figure out what du'a you are forgetting. Number 8, in general, work on your habits today before tomorrow. So if you feel like you spend too much time on social media, for example, start cutting it down. If you feel like you spend too much time watching TV, start cutting it down. If you feel like you spend too much time having unhealthy meals, start changing that habit, inshallah. If you use too much foul language, try to start cutting that out as well, inshallah. So try from now to adopt all the habits that you want to carry into Ramadan, inshallah. The earlier you start, the more prepared you will be for the month, inshallah, and the easier you will feel that it is to keep up with those habits, inshallah. It is much easier to do things gradually than to just approach the month with a big bam and try to change your routine and your habits and everything that you are doing. So take it easy, inshallah, and gradually try to improve so that you are ready for the month. Let's make this an amazing, beneficial Ramadan, inshallah, one that we get closer to Allah, one that we just reap lots of rewards, inshallah. So let's start getting prepared, inshallah. As-salamu Aleikum.